Welcome to a special broadcast, an interview that a lot of people have been asking for since we saw that video on June 16, right? A lot of us watched them back in the days on Izo, but Bobo the Hobo. Sambugela, of course, there were other roles on Rhythm City with him, Tunzini.com, all of that, right? So we're going to try and unpack all of that and get to the crux of all of this and why you wanted this interview, right?
Yes.
Right, Innocent Masuku.
Yeah, sure. Well, mistake is.
Yeah,
Ukraine, my brother. Yeah, good to see you too, my brother. Yeah.
As much as I video, a lot of us were really concerned.
Yeah,
I'm glad that somebody went out and did something about it. Because most of us has a comment, hey man, let's try help. That's all we'll do. We'll never really go out and try find you and help you. But before speaking out, I want us to take it back to the beginning.
Yeah.
So I say Innocent Masuku, so I say scale.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's got my high school, Bengse Fontanas. Yeah, it was a local school, not far from a car where I was born.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah.
Fontanas, why quit DK?
It's Mdin, just those 2 years old. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's Mdin, yes.
All right. So when I got out as old.
Yeah, I got out as old. I mean, I'm from Zambia.
Getting to know Innocent Masuku and packing all of that, right? So eskela boya uthenjani because mina bangitshela ukuthi yazi amachi dastod.
Yeah.
Innocent was one of those.
Yeah. Namvela, I was one of those. I was very talkative. You understand? I'm sharing nama groupies around me. Yeah, because I think wila lensona ipaki acting young bomba corn, understand?
Yeah,
because before that I was very shy, man. Yeah, I said maybe no be about house balaga show, you understand?
For sure,
yeah. But then eventually I don't know what happened. I found myself I was saying confidence enough. I want to stand before our crowds. I want and make up stories as in and people would believe that. You understand? Yeah. So from then I went to Ilentuzana to join a community theatre, you understand? Because I will
positive arts, ne?
Yeah, positive arts society.
Sure.
Yeah, which was headed by Ukere Nyawo no Tulantiti, Upopa and Spinach.
Sure.
I wonder what was cool from 2014 with those names. Yeah.
And now, obviously, before all of that, how much man? Ekasi diski, abo cherry, uzenzile lezo zinto.
Yeah, well. I disc linghlulile disc, but bengidlala just for the fun of it.
Sure.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
So into eyenza ukuthi ngijoin acting because ngabona ukuthi as in crime is not my thing.
Sure.
Soccer is not my thing, and so I just wanted something isn't keep her away from the streets.
Yeah.
Understand? So that is why I chose into acting.
Lo muntu wayetha as Maradona lapha kuzone futhi kanti akawazi nokutrap akathi kwenza
phela lapho besingena choice because besitrainer ne Pagania lapho under Augusto Palacios.
Sure.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
So eventually nami ngafunda 1 or 2 skills, you understand? Yeah.
Right. You said something interesting. Ukuthi ukhula kasi ukhulele zola. Diski was not a thing. We know that for a lot of guys election. That's their way out.
Yes, exactly.
And then what crime is not my thing.
Yeah.
Wow, ukhuluma ngecrime bekwenzakalani ekwenza ucabanga ukuthi sida idisco crime.
Yeah, because very ngalezo inkatezo vele you have to choose ukuthi whether a crime or a diskin. You understand? Yeah, so mina ngabona ukuthi crime is not my thing. Because I was tested so many times. But ngaba strong enough to know. Then I see department yami I just want to do something positive, you understand?
Bona much itayisha crime at the time.
Yeah, namanje basasekhona but obviously we are not that close because we outgrow each other mas cool. You understand? Yeah, so then we find our own destinations which are different, you understand? But I don't choose. I'm just like that.
And maybe that's the thing you're costly. I tell so shy drag, mara sofika go. I want to plumber na won't come mara sofika go.
Yeah.
Still getting to know, the video that went out June 16. I remember Youth Day. EFF posted it, and a lot of people were a bit worried. And we got a lot of requests to go. Please bring him in studio. Let's see how we can help.
Yeah.
Sqalile childhood. Siringe ngayo sazana, right? Spotlight for a lot of us. Uqava wena. 1999.
1999. Yes.
And I remember Yizo before the first episode. the week before, well, the week it was supposed to start, that we thought it's starting, kwavela abochavas nanan bame around umlilo. That's when people were talking about how they were cast on the show and all of that.
Yeah,
and then the actual show started the week after.
Yeah.
When abakutholava ipom production.
Yeah, I mean, bangithola through a community theatre, you understand. But on the final day, I was never called, you understand, because then I went to look for Usticks. He was not there. I went to look for Uchester. He was not there, and he was the only person who was receiving my calls because by then my cell phones were not popular. So the my calls were through landline. Couple chairs. So when I went there, I found his sister would know Baba phone upon production and they're only shooting in a few days time when the Benza Amantuzan understand. Then I went crazy. No, it can't be possible. So I'm going there on my own to ask the producers how come because I felt to Bobo the Hobo, that character specifically designed for me, understand? And by then I thought no one could have done it better without me. So therefore I went there. I borrowed Malik Moshonisa 20 rands, I remember. And I went straight to Highlands North and asked the producers for a second chance, understand? Come on guys, I want to second chance with audition. But I don't understand how come busy in a final day because I thought I did well. So please give me a chance right now. What does it matter to Bakona, but I need this chance. So they eventually gave me a chance on that day. And on that day they gave me a contract and everything. So that's how it was.
So we loyal.
Abalanda engas na wotes ngathi niyadlala angeke ngiyifune yami.
I want it, it's mine. Ngibuye eMzambia bayakwazi ukuthi ubuyaphi laba.
Ani ngiyilwele into yami bathi ngeke hayi.
Naqala ukushuta ke.
Yeah.
Tina, the first episode siyibonile and the first scene you were introduced in was 6'9". Action ukwenzani?
When young flash lapha ne toilet waprala. Yo. And that was really happening as
ukuflashile ngamampela.
Yeah, but they were using it on a toilet system April New and it was sanitized and everything. Just to make sure it doesn't have germs and everything. But everything be upon inside the loo. It was disgusting and looking very so real. It was a private horse in a Kellogg's and stuff so that it looks real.
For sure.
You understand? Yeah.
So back flash for real.
Yeah, flash for real. Much flash for real. Because that thing was happening in terms of bullying and everything.
For sure.
It was really happening. You understand? Yeah.
At the time it came out, I mean, there was a lot of debate, everywhere. Because they shock about.
Exactly.
Like you said, these things were really happening.
Yes.
But nobody had put them out on TV like that. I mean,
it
was part of SABC education program.
Yes, of
so
course.
So this was more of edutainment, if you could put it like that.
Edutainment.
Yes. How did it make you guys feel on set, now producer and whatnot, when the backlash started? People calling for this thing to be cancelled, all of that.
You remember, while shooting, we were enjoying because we never expected, because it was my very first time. When we were engaged to go production, television. You understand?
Sure.
We were not prepared. We were just doing something that we loved the most. Understand?
Yeah.
And by then we were not even chasing Imali. When we were just doing it for the love of it. So Imali, it was just a bonus. Understand? Sure. And then after that, but we call her off from the parliament. We would know we are corrupting kids and stuff.
Because you
understand. But Papa Action, Chester, Bobo and Tonton. You understand. So people, I want azange the positive side of it. You understand? Because I don't think within the whole world there's a producer or a writer and a tata ipol pen and paper and write about something as a destroy his or her nation. You understand? Or basically Izo was like a mirror that was reflecting their real life, understand? And the main purpose behind Izo was to create a platform, net debate, to close the gap between our parents and the young ones, you understand? Yeah, so that was the main reason.
We'll tell you we're not doing it for money. We were $500,000 at the time.
Yeah, because I bought a lot of All Stars. I bought a lot of All Stars, bijab. Bese was nanok badge, yeah, understand. And the funny thing, I want because I was nanok differentiate ukuthi liphi plate le thamba la mina lami because I'm plate kasafana because I'm putting something on the table manje, understand. Yabona so mangifika I'll wait for ithamba lami qala to make sure ukuthi iplate lakhe iliphi lami iliphi, understand. And all sengenzela washing, understand. Yeah, mina ngiqala ube celebrity ekhaya. Yeah, even my mother bekangibiza ngobobo naye.
Bafethu. Now, just to wrap up the chapter, Bobo, the hobo, right? Because I want us to talk about that character and the one you played on Chesa. Because for me, those two characters, the similarities to your real life.
Yes.
But so figured out. Now I'm already them sitting and none. We'll see, man. Those ones, you know.
Yeah.
The two important ones allow. Bobo the hobo. Script sack. How much of it is the script? How much of it is ad-libbing? And how did you prepare for it? You know, because for a lot of people, that scene young come.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll prepare kanjani for yona, and how much of it is the script? How much of it is you ad-libbing?
Yabona le character bengisha live bonga bengekho computerized, was not edited, ngithola one bengisha live, it was just purely a talent.
Yeah,
you understand.
Sure.
Yabona so ngathi preparation is key, you understand, because when we did user senzang spirit say theater, because most of us were from a theater, you understand. So we will gather together, yabona ikenge Soweto nabo Mishek Mavuso they said Alexander and read through scripts together and help each other ngama lines than so we were working as a team. That is why I think it came out the way phuma ngakhona
yonke into wayisho scripting or khona
not really we given it on freedom yabona you freestyle no ad-lib yabona, so it is over more real, you understand. We given the freedom, a platform.
By the time we shoot to Bobo, did you know anybody who was on drugs? Personally, off screen.
Off screen. I knew a few people got involved with my drugs. And I want to party. I just cut less. So, that people because people who are using drugs used to hide themselves. Understand that one. So, and by then I was not involved.
Sure.
I was not involved.
So Izo one of us introduced us to Bobo, and then the character changed as the story goes. I mean, at some point they will fall in love. So we all take rain, young son. Spark Izo. What very Paxton?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's talk about that role. How did they get you for Upaxton?
Yeah, and I told her through my auditions.
Sure.
Yeah, they told her. I got it through my auditions.
Yeah.
Understand? Yeah. And then I just went there once, and then I was told I want immediately on the day by Tana the way he portraying a corny character. So they interested. I want news. It happened like that.
For somebody who didn't watch Chesa, right? Paxton we quite hip hop artist nyana. Nka storyline saka Paxton ang summarize lesson. Paxton uqale kuphi? On the storyline itself.
Actually, Paxton was a young man who had big dreams. I wanted to sing Quiet in Tizam Young, you understand? But then I was underprivileged. I did this why being a schema Obafana because he was from a well-off family, you understand? So in terms of you pocket money, if you want to move, they say a studio in terms of transport money, I want to support, because that's what you need as a young person. If you get support from a car, nothing can defeat you. You understand? So most people when look about Paxton is giving Paxton was never a hardcore thug. I want to be stout. I want to go to being impatient. I want to be tender music. But if things don't go my way, and then the touches into by force again. You understand? That was my other option. I want to party. Paxton was not a bad character. I was not a bad person. Yeah.
The character Paxton also ended up doing drugs.
Yes.
If you are in the story.
Yeah, in the story, it was character-wise, we were taking mean bongan. We're taking drugs. Because best reflector somehow life ends like industry. Entertainment industry. Because most people rely on drugs. Most people do take drugs. You understand?
Sure.
And some of them were even targeted. because these people who are selling drugs, they know their market.
Sure.
And by what's the target, they know who industry. There's a lot of money. There's always newcomers coming through. So eventually we get targeted. Because they know what is.
You know, the reason I wanted to highlight the two characters, like I said, BOBO Yizo and Opaxtina. Common denominator as way to those characters end up being drug addicts.
Yes, of course,
Now, we're watching a story, we're getting entertained. Some people are outraged, some people are learning the lessons that are supposed to be learned from that, right? You, on the other hand, as somebody who's portraying these two things, one would think, hey, prepping for these roles. You actually realize what I'm drugs and like I bad. But with you it worked out differently.
Asian fit. Yeah, actually mina mangena ema drugs I never knew ukuthi ngizoba because I was introduced by one of my friends, and the role model, somebody I was looking up to, you understand? Because then I was always getting poked left and right, maybe 3 times or 4 times in a week, you understand? So sometimes I couldn't keep up with my schedule, until this guy introduced me with something and pick me up, and then I asked him, he in the pick me up, because I was always curious, I think a young kawata curiosity, then I wanted to taste that one because I was never forced. I understand. So this guy introduced me to cocaine along the line, and then it felt good. You understand? I thought. You understand? And then if I started doing, when I end up singing like a cool in no time, got the singing hooked. You understand? And then I realized the money I spend, opportunities anyone lose it, so after fast forward after so many years, that's when I started talking about my drugs, because I saw the damage, the harm, the struggle,
all right,
the money that I wasted.
By the time this role model introduces you to Pick Me Up, this was around 2000.
No, later, at a very later stage. After 2010.
After 2010.
After 2010, That's when I was introduced.
But now I Pick Me Up.
But now I Pick Me Up. You understand?
How long did you do the drugs for?
I did it from just after 2010 till this year.
That's about 12 years.
Yeah, more than 12 years. It was more than 12 years.
So, okay. Because I want us to unpack it. The moment I Pick Me Up, okay, I won by 2. One kind
one, understand? And so now I wanna even after that I was just using. I wanna being a social user. I
wanted to get to that. You being a social user.
Yes.
What's name on tap?
What's name?
Yeah.
Corner upon the clapping, because you know what happens sometimes. The very same people about owner ama clubs, mostly Nigerian guys and stuff. You were about vital upon so first days they just offer you, or maybe they will use somebody or close now. This thing, because they know which one way or the other was about hood, so they know what I want to say. Clientele is growing.
So when the first time we were carried and was clapping.
I was in.
Are you still friends with that guy?
No. He passed on.
He passed on.
Yeah, he passed on. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He passed on.
So nezinto manje. So yakhona ukuyozithengela lento eklapini.
Yeah.
Right. Now, how did that affect your work ethic yakho? Because I think at the beginning you said you can't keep up with your schedule. This is a pick me up to make sure you have on energy.
Yes.
But obviously with continuous use.
So
kaluba killers, you miss gigs,
Yes.
I mean that video EFF, I saw somebody commenting. I just forget the person's name. I actually used to manage this guy. And he was a bit of a delinquent. This guy would not show up for shows. Sometimes would show up late. I just forget the name of that person, but now check out that video that posted by EFF. Somebody there says they used to manage you.
That was true. That was true. You understand? Because in Kale, I go by social user and then escalator, and I want to second phase, and I app user, eventually, I can sing by edit. You understand? And with edicts, I want to edit to one from ama repossessions. When I got number repossessions, anything in the vid, you just sell it. I want just to get it into your next fix. That's when I realized, because I lost house, I lost cars, I lost phones, I lost opportunities. I want so many opportunities. I want, because most people when they heard when I was on drugs, most people wanted nothing to do now. In terms of your trust issues, and the Nami life family say unmanageable. You understand? So that is why I admit to I'm powerless over this thing. And if I don't do anything much, I would eventually die. You understand? So that's why I consider myself as one of the lucky few to have survived this. You understand?
I want to get back to some of the things that you lost, because I hear you mentioning cars, phones, whatnot. There's I personally feel an important aspect that you hardly talk about when you talk about your losses.
Yes.
Cocaine, usase celebrities into sarana, but also you can still afford it. I'm a firm believer when you do drugs, for example, right? And if you start with cocaine, the broker you get, the lower it goes. Because you must maintain the high.
Yes,
From cocaine, what's the lowest you've had? Have inyawupe ukafika kuyo amadlu nani ukafika kuzo, or after cocaine kwenzakala?
Inyawupe ngifile nakuya because ngiye realize ukuthi I'm spending so much money and I was even spending money that I don't have. In the name of impressing abanye abantu because I was a people's pleaser. And I was living up to people's expectations. Trying to impress whenever among the mad. Sometimes people go around there kuti go spend away now we are impressed. And then the end of the day most of you are calling about to call it emotional, so you owing my banks over more frustrated, and the only way the easy way is to get the next phase. Just to forget temporary. And the ones that manifest my problems, no to solve the next day. As a 10 times. I want harder. I want song about time. No, even in the interview, national that went viral. That's when I spoke about my drugs. From then very being ready. I'm ready to do anything. I want to quit this habit. Because I realize I'm a drugs are real. I'm a drugs to kill. When I've lost so many friends, I want to pump one and I know what reason. This is a wake up call. Because if I don't do this, I would eventually die.
On Rhythm City, you played a character called Bra Honest.
Bra Honest, yes.
And I like the fact that you're being honest right now, young Tol. It's somebody you were looking up to.
Yes.
And it's kind of hard to say no to muntu you want the respect there, but you feel like lo muntu lo one day angangivulele iminyango nani. So you fell for it. Cool. So ungenile, so uyabhema, so uyaziyela emaklapini. Now sneeman sekwazi nangegama, I'm sure.
Yes.
I've got 2 questions on that part. In the industry, ufaka bayingakho wena ku writing?
Good writing. Actually, I didn't put anybody in because we are as a amateur junkie, we see each other. You understand? So when eventually I met people now who are also taking. You understand? So I don't remember putting somebody in.
Have you ever shot any scenes on TV while high on this thing?
No. It's being respected because from a theater when I was taught discipline, you understand? No good to act sober as possible because if uzothatha ama-drugs for as was poster in jack, what if our was over productive, you understand? So when ama-drugs when off the set, when offset or ntambame when masengchayisile because bangafuna ukwenza ama mistakes or ama damages azenza ukuthi ngibhadale price high for nothing so we carrying discipline. Even the industry they didn't know what I was taking until I said it myself until I came out with time and no problem, you understand, because things are not going my way anymore, you understand. Opportunities are no longer coming my way, now I want my jobs now, I want my trust issues, I was it's about time with changing pillow. Understand.
His name is Innocent Masuku, actor, musician. He's been on theater, has been on TV. Yizo has been there on all of them. Chesa, he was there. Maratona Kumba, Zone 14. Yes. And you're working with legends, eh?
Yeah.
Did that put you under pressure? Maybe that's why you ended up you needed a pick me up. Did that ever put you under pressure?
No. Yeah, when actually into ngisho mina nje ukuthi angizange ngibe ne big bone because I managed yabona to say no to crime yabona and a whole lot of things yabona and even abo Cherryl mina ngikhole kuyilezi ezishimana and abo Cherryl ngibasaba izincedile iziziyanceda anginabe ngishimane yo
esibonga icamera
ayibonga icamera ngifaka into abaqala ke manje nabo baby sebathi yabona sebathi ngi6 yabona that's kumnandi ke emhlabeni. But before that, I was.
It's quite interesting talking about that. I'd sing it already.
Yes.
Like married.
Yeah, madam sintu.
Yeah. No, that also counts. Traditional wedding is a recognized wedding.
Yeah.
So throw in it.
Oqala ngangihlala naye yabona my baby mama we first born yami. Yeah, she's from Pretoria.
Yeah.
Nangihlalile naye 4 years. And then sahlukana always 2 naye wasedeben naye ngihlalile naye 4 years for more than 5 years.
Yeah.
Still under one roof.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know when you spoke about some of the losses you've had in terms of drugs and all of that, right? For me now, bale material, cars, houses, young tall. The people around you.
Yes.
Ababala.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I know bengiseza lapha understand. I wanna because ecaleni before I had my selfish ways, you understand? Sure. And every time when whoever also for advice in terms of why are you doing drugs, why not quit, why don't you seek for help, and then but by then I want to be good denial.
Sure.
And I'm sometimes I want to feel that bank lecture because I was spending my own money. You understand? No problem. Until I realized once utata ama drugs, you're not only destroying yourself because this is a family disease. Everybody around you and gets affected. You understand? Because even as we speak, out of 5, yabantu la ngaphandle, one of them is taking our drugs. Every third street, every third house, if umuntu akaphumi from your family now, they are taking part. Abanye ukuthi basifihla because they don't want to come out. But that's a good denial stage.
All right. So now all these family members, abantwana, baby mamas, right now as you came out and said you need help and obviously things, have you reached out to them? Are you still on good terms? What's going on?
Yeah. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to reconnect now. You understand? I want to just for his sake. I want to cool. Because while at rehab, I did a deep self-introspection. I want to find myself. What is it? Any missile? You understand? Is a good thing. Is a deep matrix. You understand? So I realized, no, I had to bring them problems. I would bring the track problem. I had problems. I want to bring up inside. As they say, with men don't cry. So now I thought that was a strategy. So men don't cry. Understand? So the easy way out was through my tracks. Understand? Because as a kid, I want to abuse and I try to forget about that. But I want each now and again the memories now they come back haunting me and they look at this when I trust issues now ngena sure ukuthi ukuthi ngakhuluma nobani ngumtshela ama problems wami nana because sometimes ukhuluma nabantu and then the next day you become a laughing stock. You understand? So sometimes it's not easy to trust people ngama secrets wakhe. So I will end up turning back resorting to drugs now and again. And lapho kathi sengasayenzi nje fun nana kathi sengizele nje escape lo feeling leyo and to numb the pain. Kanti slowly not realizing ukuthi by taking ama drugs you are slowly committing suicide. You understand?
Right now you're blind. Amaspani usazama ubuya industry. I'd probably say even because you're still trying to reach out and link baby mama nana. Ukuthi besides mama obviously ukusiza ukumentorayo. You are somehow alone. Uyangithola. Leyo feeling mangabuya no because rehab wile 6 weeks woploma. Evetport waba mnandi. So buyile manje. Ukurelapse into encane Tim.
Yeah, it's very easy. It's very easy.
Yeah,
very easy. Very easy.
So what's gonna happen when those feelings come back? Overwhelm when you realize what I went out, was cleaner. I'm trying to reach out to fix my life. Because it's not gonna be easy.
Yeah,
not everybody's gonna be welcoming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because nami, as much as being said here, angizange be overconfident. I want to say, I've got this because I'm from a rehab. Because when I came to realize, this thing is a lifetime struggle.
Sure.
You understand? And I know medication. You understand? The only thing they can offer you a rehab, you need to back detox. Posing there all these years while you were still active, you understand? But the most powerful medicine is your mind.
You
understand? Because this thing is only in the mind, and the isn't for it's a matter of few seconds. Whatever it trigger, we are entertainer or our entertainer, but it's just a matter of few seconds. You understand? So I think you can survive because I've learned a lot while at rehab. Through I'm a programs that I went through. I'm a social workers. When I'm going there, ngiyoshiya yonke le burden engifike nawo laphana yabona, so ngizokwazi ukuphuma ngi-free yabona ngi-right, understand? And it doesn't matter ukuthi I don't have anything okwamanje yabona, I'm grateful that I'm still alive. Yabona, that what matters the most to me.
The time obviously you were hard into it. You lost everything.
Yeah, I lost everything. I lost everything.
So qala ubhema inyawupe manje.
Yes.
Mawuphanda va kanjani?
Mangpanda, fortunately, I still had, as much as I was taking it was a 50-50 situation. There were people who have already given up on me, but there were those who still had faith in me. This guy, because even though I spent, but I don't remember going to bed on an empty stomach.
Sure.
Understand? But we know at all, my little gigs then there, but it was a hand-to-mouth situation. And there were also people that were involved in life in Namibia. Like one time interview on a national platform when I was crying for help. Mom's when I came through together with my uncle, let's go help this guy. It's not my manager was commenting like just like everybody. Let's go. Problem. So I think I'm fortunate. I want to always have I want around me all the time.
And also shout out to Mamzot. Mamzot ukuthola unganafoni. Ehamba wakugubha emgodini omunye ferga. How do you feel makafika uMamzot athi mntanami ngila ngizokusiza?
Hey, I was shocked, bro. I was shocked, boy, and I was so embarrassed because the situation angithola ngikuyo me out.
Bekunjani? Asikhulume. Let's talk about the realities that you were living at that time. Labo hlala khona bekunjani?
I was very high in the day. When they came through, because I expecting anybody to come through.
So you did the video to say ufuni help. Next day we were high.
Yes.
Yeah, and ngokutshela into oyenzile ukuthi wena wahlala la camera like now.
Yes.
Maybe ulawo ufuni help. Mangicela ukucima ama camera mawuphuma. Ulight enye into.
But I know isn't it different, man? Isn't it different?
So what happened then? Because to shoot the video, June 16, we're trying to encourage youth. We're superstar. He's on drugs. He's asking for help. The minute loud here, you EFF my vibe. We have high over high. What happened?
Yeah, of course. Because there, Benga quit. On my own. Because I tried so many times to quit. I wanted to quit on my own, but I would get sick. I want to you understand? But it's an willpower. When I was always there, but I realized which willpower alone was never enough. You understand? I needed to undergo. It's a 10 route, especially the year recover so umamzodwa yabona megafika kimi bano prathami when we spoke about that they were impressed ukuthi I know now we can ngihamba now every step of the way to support and for your whole stay so that muphume lapha ube a better version of yourself, you understand? And since ngiphume lapha area here nami I still wanna go out there. I want to go to schools, churches.
Yeah.
You understand the one.
Sure.
To teach youth. I want to make it awareness of drugs. Because drugs are really and drugs they kill. You understand? And especially isn't to experience while at rehab. You understand? Some people mental damaged.
Sure.
Damage permanent, you understand? We advocate, law is a qualified teacher, law because most thing realize about most of my addicts, they are very special people, they are very talented, you understand?
Yeah.
But I want to self but you must destroy food, you understand?
Yeah.
Same as me, I'm contributing with Unfolio. I don't want to blame anybody because even a big bone. Understand? I took my drugs myself. I don't want to blame anybody.
I like the fact that you're saying drugs are real.
Yes.
Ekasi sonke siyazi ama drugs akhona. Amachito enyawupe every corner siyawabona.
Every corner, everywhere you go,
and one thing ngama chance washaya nyawupe, you never smoke alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Avama uthu wakho labo ubhema now.
Yeah, very few, you understand? Because it is when I decided I want to smoke. In most cases, I got to sing one. Understand the one because a private party this thing. Because I knew what some friends will betray me. I was thinking it more focusing in the tower. Bas ganjanda abantu abuthi ngiyabhema bona and then mase ngiqala ngiresearch ngibheka ukuthi okay it's because ngihlala nalaba so from then I decided I wanted to cut friends because yibo futhi bengibona ukuthi with friends you end up also bhema too much because awusawazi nanokuzlimit because uthi usahleli kanje ingakafiki nalo thought le ukuthi ufuna ukubhema somebody sakafeel like offer nakaphuma lo ngena umoya maphuma lo ngena umoya at the end of the day. You understand? You are killing yourself, and ngapha lento in a point of I in a point of return, and I has the dosage, the right dosage umulithatha ukuthi umulithatha dosage ngakanani so unga overdose ungekho aware.
Yeah.
Noma usaqala ukuthi it takes time ukuthi overdose. Ungathi uqala ukubhema ama drugs today overdose because sonke asisazi isikali. You understand? Yeah.
So a video on the 16th of June this year, Youth Day, he came out, said he's on drugs, he needs help. A lot of people are actually very shocked that this is him. You know, people were like, this can't be innocent. This can't be Bobo. Yeah. It is him, Yes. And I'm glad that he came out and seeking for help, like he said. And he's been saying it many, many times, actually. Yes. He's one of the lucky few, because a lot of people in such a situation, we only find out about it after they've overdosed.
After
overdosing. Yeah. At the end of the day, you're not like a pharmacist or anything who can measure how much you need to take.
Yes, exactly.
This is it. We are shy.
No problem.
You spoke about being in rehab and how you had time to introspect.
Yes.
Ne? What was the most painful thing that you realized while you were there? Your wives, your kids, everything you've lost.
Yeah, the worst.
Sober.
I think the worst enemy, one of my track of choice. You understand? Because come to think of it, when I was emotionally attached, so I want bring the true love, man. Bring the true love for the track. You understand?
Yeah.
Because I will do anything. I want to come rain, come sunshine. No matter the storm, but I will find. I will find ways. When I was satisfy the craving, you understand?
Yeah.
And I was swallowed by this beast in no time. Because my track mean I've been use but I must use a pack you understand? About tracks the willing account this thing track man is so demonic, you understand? Because most people are about tracks. I want to eat track the willing account. I want to swallow and I'll fool next now. I want to be selfish. I want it can turn you against the higher power, your family, your loved ones. I want as long as it is positive. You understand? I want once it cut and I want to split and chewing gum and sugar. But when you're looking around, I say come to Pilivelago. I want to understand because one get my pillars that I want as strong or now. Against one, you understand? So we end up also one who has to make a win and you become more frustrated. So it will see. I in betrayed. They won't go like understand? Yeah.
And then no Prati, the people you spoke about that went out, looked for you, and got to you and are trying to help you, right? Earlier on, I asked you about maybe kids and all of that, and you said you're still trying to reach out, obviously, to mend relationships. Né? Throughout all this process, have you forgiven yourself?
Yes, I did. I did. Because I've been beating myself up all these days. This blame and don't understand. But I was good. I want to let you go blame and I want a solution. I want to end in I always find myself in in the only one my solutions. Understand? So let me just forgive myself. Understand? And try to reach out to and make amends. I want when necessary. Understand? I want to sort of teach you. Also, want the peace. I want because that name alone, forgiveness is a big weight. I want. I want if you can forgive. I want the next person. I want. Which means now I want so now just understand. I want. And the thing I want it brings wisdom. I want peace. I want. And to was I want move on. Understand? Now to check sometimes on because angeke njalo uluke ublame abantu in the day we feel that everybody who against the one now you need to when the introspection uzibuza ukuthi what is it there mina engenza wrong yes ukuthi abantu babe against me. Understand? But if you can forgive that's a big step.
Before I wrap up and talk about some of the things he's planning on doing and getting back into the industry and all of that, I know a lot of people might be saying, yeah, I'm allowed to be quite a star as well. Yeah, I know all of that, you know. I just decided to focus on the two roles that paralleled what he went through. You know, because backstage I was trying to be a superstar, make it in the industry, wangena go cocaine. Bobo Masuku being an afokol as Shaili Nyaupe. Back then we didn't even know it was Nyaupe. We called it probably something else, young Todd. Which is where you found yourself and now you're trying to get out, right? But just to quickly touch on the music. At the time, because the album Yakwe one it did really well. As Ungutu.
So you remember that album, bro? You were as research. Yo.
You know what you got to do so hands on. Like I do too.
Yes, it's our secret keys. We've got the keys to the secrets.
Oh, damn. I was trying to
okay. Yeah, that album I did it while say with Bank. With the ex-husband shows. So, yeah, I understand. And I'm still grateful and I'm still thanking her. For that. Because I don't think she knew I want to bring the capacity to I can make an album. I want to part what the faith. I want to give what I know isn't with bank. Understand? And my husband is interested. I want looking for some much as a car. I want I want can you come through? I want and see good yes I want since my resources are corner. I want money and everything. I want so I went there and did the album. But really I want it never gained momentum. You understand that because I want to best my issues. We always said I'm a fallout name management. Understand? Because it was many of us and a plan. On paper, I want or strategy some marketing was a push around my albums with I want. But I want besides that I know I had the time of my life with the shows. Everything was well. Everything was well.
Was it the time was parate drugs, you know?
Lapo no big Lapo benga hectic because it was just 2008 2009 when I went to a bank to accomplish it 3 million album. I want Lapo benga tipo matraxin was a social user then.
We're trying to redeem ourselves right now. We are on the road to try fixes and Dosis Moshile on the road to come back into the industry. And I can tell you now, June 16, that video. And the guy I'm sitting to right now, I'm Pilipa. I know you're born so corner.
Sure.
So no good yaza. Phela I didn't even know about no gawula kunzima sometimes.
Vele ayogawula. I want with my drugs yonke into one. You want even some simple food ubona that go expensive. I want or no more to go outdated things. One that EQ is too long. You understand because I tracking indlela man. I want yonke into uvela prioritize yona before anything, before your family, before the higher power, before your loved ones. I want even your kids. You understand? You just don't think about it when is a positive. All you can think of is the next fix. It ain't important.
ubuye lokishini yayicava impilo aseGasa.
Yeah.
Yacava ama-chance aseGasa aphila kanjani.
Yes.
In your younger days, it was either sports or crime. These days, sports, crime, drugs, or social media, there's a lot. Right?
Yeah.
You trying to fix things.
Exactly.
Redeem.
Yeah.
Right. You spoke about going to churches, going to schools, going to wherever. Right. A few months ago, there was I don't know what to call it, but basically, Lama Chance were Operation Tutula.
Operation Tutula, yes.
They went to somebody's house. They went to somebody's house.
Yeah.
Matalanyana, man. But see, we know this house, they buy some drugs. At that house, buy some drugs. Whether that's true or not, story for another day.
Exactly.
You are trying to fix.
Yes.
As cautiously as phase cocaine, because those were in clubs and whatnot.
Yeah.
There's not much you can really do about that. Right? Today, first step of you redeeming yourself is to show us every single person you bought drugs from.
No. That is bigger than me. I think SAPS.
No, so you show SAPS my man now, right?
Yeah.
But in that, when I was a Muslim.
Yes.
And you know the damage that drugs do.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, first step in fixing something, I believe.
Yes.
We'll under from the roots. You weed in the
Yes. It's a boy eventually, yeah.
So we're trying to get to here, the root cause of all of this. All these years, and you'll pay alone. Let's forget everything else.
Yeah.
Can you take us to all those people that you bought from?
I know, but sometimes it becomes a problem, because sometimes once broadcast what law is selling, and then the next day so he snitch, maybe he's friends with those policemen. Understand? I'm not saying with I'm a South African, I'm a police are corrupt. Not all of them, but some of them.
Sure.
Understand? So it's not safe. These days, come as you point out, because the next day you become a snitch and you don't even know who's your enemies. You understand? So I think the best strategy if our support is shop, eventually it will close down because they are no longer customers. So I think is to spread awareness to who are suffering from drugs. Understand? I want to take him to rehabs. I want keep them busy with projects. And other things. You understand? I want to start to drugs. Rather than fighting directly with the low power level. You understand?
Mamzoto and Prachi are trying to help you. How can we as the public get involved? Because the reason I brought you here is for this part.
Yeah, exactly.
Is to get to, understand what you went through. But the important thing now is to try help you get on your feet, try help you fight those demons that led you to that place that we're hoping you'll never go back to.
Yeah.
So it's in the plan.
Okay, really, my plan right now is to go back to television, be to the television or theater. I want to do what I love. What I love the most. Because that alone keeps me going. You understand? And also to reach out to the communities. In terms of awareness. I want to go talk to these young, especially these young ones. You understand? Because most people they think drugs are paying you are dangerous pain. Because most of these kids by use coding and stuff and people don't consider that as drugs. You're happily if I want to overnight for more than 24 hours, surely there must be something I hide behind that happy, understand? And unfortunately the unfortunate part of it would even that my parents are because it is legal you buy it from you understand, except for the drugs and then they forget check at the other side, you understand? Because right now is what the wing plan corner is South Africa is on the verge of collapse, you understand? Because obviously i-future you-can't isezandleni ze-youth, you understand, but manje i-youth manje yabona sabajumpa izinto ezi-important yabona abasas-discover yabona abadiscover amathalente wabo yabona they are longer interested yabona ey'ntweni ezi-positive, you understand, or ezizobasa phambili ngempilo yabona bonke they think yabona ama-drugs kuphe ngama-drugs elokishini kazathi soku-fashionable yabona if you are not taking ama-drugs or you are not drinking abomalini ngazathi awukho cool enough, you understand, and I think most youth baleka ama-positive role models, understand, so I think the government ngazathi nayo inga-intervene because akekho umuntu ongamane asuke nje athi na uya kuSneymani uyotry something ongayazi into a-problem i-taste, if into ukwathola i-chance yokuyi-taste, obviously noma wena uzama ukuyikhohlwa but umqondo wakho will always remember it, understand, and another thing ilento lokuthi i-youth even nesikhathi esibhaya ezandleni zabo abangasazi ukuthi bazosenzana, understand, and then bagcina sebasebenzisa ngendlela ezi-wrong. You understand?
All right. Mike, masifuna ukukusiza. We want to invite you to our schools, want to invite you to our churches. Maybe somebody director somewhere.
Yes.
Feels untwana man, you know. Let me try.
Yeah, sure.
Phone on imazi ukuthola.
Singina bangibhayele ifoni, bangibhayele.
Ibamzoto siyabonga manje yazi manje.
Uthi bomzo wami lo. Bangibhayele ifoni. Ngithe ngiphuma nje rehab but nayo ifoni. Nato thanks God. Abona manje
ngafonela uSibani.
Ngeke. USinemani ngumzonda kabi kunamafoni amaningi gabe engazange ngikhona kwaphela out. Hayi. Ngisadlaleli la.
Asizwe ke ukuthola kanjalo sulu guyspan sulu invite for this because mina ukuthi ngukuthola. Ngicaba someone ucaba uBrati yabona bekuyenye
change reaction. Yeah, sure. Yeah, actually kuma socials wami when I'm back kulotsana ku Facebook yabona. Ngena nje ku yabo Innocent Masuku, you'll find me there, or under my agency yabona info@prohit agency yabona uStanley there, that's my agent yabona, and one of my member ye team yabona together we uStanley uMamzodwa azwane no Prathame yabona seba i-team yabona espana nam yabona
info@prohit
info@prohit agency, and then the contact
.co.za.
.co.za. I'm sorry, it's been a while.
It's
been a while guys.
All right, so info@prohitagency.co.za mafuna ukumthola.
Or my contact numbers wakhe is 079 102 0296 079 102 0296. That's the number.
Yeah. You know, I always believe ukuthi makhuluma nabantu mele be heartfelt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Ngizogaba about a minute to say whatever you need to say to South Africans.
Yes.
I don't know what you want to say. Could be asking for forgiveness, could be asking for opportunities, whatever. You've got a minute.
Okay, sure. My South Africa, I'm sorry for disappointing you because I know what most of you were looking up to me, but I'm disappointed. You understand? And then I'm not here to sell my face or my story. I'm here to share strength, hope, ne experience. You understand? And any message important kakula as parents, you must get to know your child. You understand? Was my habits work? When we concerned, the nanoguti befriend aboban. You understand? Because if you understand when it's gonna be hard to tell what umtanako is taking or osakagoma drugs and tonton. You understand? Because as they say, charity begins at home. You understand? Because not as parents, not is the in a son. I want to contribute and I went on and wait because I want to when they're doing good, I want as bangom, as beings but feel good about themselves. You understand? So by number 7 low self-esteem, so it's easy. I want about well a good trap into Zan. Yabangani, under peer pressure, and then they take his in the one. But when a child knows what a car strict, after 6 so shy, one ngangena 4, or any house chore. You understand? Obviously, when it's not easy, for abantwana ukuthi bawele ematripini anjalo one. If Tina, when I'm a parent is never strict, and get to know abantwana bethu very well.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah.
Innocent Masuku, aka Bobo the Hobo, aka Buxton. Those who love him also as a soccer player, which he didn't even know, by the way. Maradona, at least ufundi look trapa gaituga itrenyana. Snimini but honest.
But it was ironic. Maradona.
Sometimes badala ngathi la bantu yazi. But Maradona khumba. Akazi trapa next.
But it's easy to you learn.
Marajama, no, we learn into yakho. I hope you keep that spirit up. Ukhumbule le spirit sokulwela le character.
Yeah, yes.
Right now, fun. Yeah. The hobo kibeli li taxi. Chokola ka mashonisa. Yo tshela uDesire no Angas no Tapes lapha ukuthi yeni na.
Yeah. The character yami ngeke own.
Abana manje.
You understand?
Yeah. The same spirit manje. Ngafethu ngiyazi bengwile nani. Sengwile
manje. Amana manje sasekhona spirit yabona. As much as ngibona ukuthi yabona i-team yami is trying yabona they are trying their best yabona to put me through futhi yabona egamini ntontona yabona. But when I came out of rehab yabona, I just lowered yabona my expectations yabona. There's only one thing yabona being grateful ngayo yabona ukuthi I was still alive. You understand? Because even if maybe I was given yabona a chance yabona ukuthi yabona if you want $1 million awungenela emanzini sibona ukuthi ungakwazi ukusima, obviously I wouldn't do it. The only thing was to grab for yabona for umphefumulo ukuthi ngiphile futhi regardless of whatever yabona. I'm grateful ukuthi I'm still alive. And for the fact that I'm still alive, I know ukuthi I'm still gonna make it futhi yabona. But yabona ngama terms yabona nangeplan kaNkulunkulu yabona. And for the fact ukuthi I'm still alive, kushithi uNkulunkulu yabona usangikhiphe ngamabomo yabona to fulfill yabona to fulfill yabona i-purpose yakhe nanokuthi i-story sami kube yi-lesson kwamanye abantu. You understand yabona? This is not a joke. Drugs are real. Ama-drugs ayabulala bafethu. Please don't even try, because once uthatha leyo line leyo or leyo face pull leyo, you are slowly committing suicide but ungekho aware. You understand? And the most addicts don't die, they perish. They just become a moving zombie, not even a living zombie, a moving zombie. Because I want to go Father Christmas, because I want to go to or Father Christmas, I want to go doctor, because we are job. And we've seen our situations I want to they get short to not wrong. I'm a vendor or second, but job my private parts, you understand? So eventually most of them die. And then now I almost die. So I'm grateful that I'm still alive. I wanted to tell tales. But if I didn't take this a step, or if I want as I go back on anybody or intervene or intervening to help me, I'm no more right now. You understand? So I'll be forever grateful for life. The rest shall follow.
But indoda ngawa namhlanje kusasiphinde ivuke.
Yes.
Athi asekho yasezola yasho kanjani.
Yes, yeah, mandos. Yeah.
Na example.
Yes.
Uwile sekavukile.
Yeah.
Uyibambe kanjalo athi.
For me, my brother, it doesn't matter because life is outside one. It doesn't matter what darling you want call manje one. Like darling here but always manage I wanted to come up one. So it doesn't matter how many times you fall, but the most important thing is how you pick up yourself and run the race again. I understand.
Ladies and gents, his name is Innocent Masuku. Thank you, Siabo.
Yeah. Bonga mina. Yeah. And to the higher power, of course. Because ngilapha your choice is all about choice yami yokulala, but today uvuso thank uNkulunkulu, thank Mdali. Ngiyabonga.